So, Spotify just launched its new AI platform. All right. And at first, it sounds amazing. You can make smarter playlists, better recommendations, and even let AI help you write songs. Stealing from Suno. Nah, don't clock that, all right? But here is the part nobody's really talking about, okay? Once you upload your music, Spotify can technically use it to train AI models. So, yeah, the same track you poured into could you poured your soul into could end up teaching a robot how to sing like you. Now, in my opinion, this is already kind of what Suno is doing. So maybe Spotify is picking up at like, hey, this is where the world is going, right? So here's the deal. Spotify recently rolled out new AI tools under the Spotify for Artists platform or program, right? And updated its terms quietly in the process. So guys, the guys who just, check off I read the terms in of agreement or whatever, right? You guys want to read those things when it could possibly hinder you from making music or hinder your music being yours, if that makes sense, right? These tools can help automate song discovery, remix generation, and even lyric based playlist, right? Cool idea for a listener, right? Except the fine print in the new terms and conditions says Spotify might use uploaded content for machine learning and algorithmic model training, right? So, in short, read the terms and conditions as soon as you possibly can. But basically, your song can feed their AI, right? The same way we can feed AI our thoughts, our knowledge, all of that. You're doing the same thing with your creativity, is what I'm getting to. So here's why artists are sounding the alarm, right? When you upload to Spotify now, you're not just publishing, you're agreeing that Spotify can analyze, it can process and train your AI and train AI with your music. You still own your copyright. That's good. That's a check mark. But Spotify owns the data representation of your song. Do we like that as artists? Is that something we agree with? That's a gray area in the copyright law, right? So they were able to get through the fine print and figure out how to use your music to their benefit as a company. And it's one that could reshape who really profits from creativity in the streaming era. Guys, this is what we've been talking about. And so to say, or in short, it's like streaming is coming to an end. And in order for these companies to try to hold on what they've worked so hard for, they're trying to figure out how to keep up with the way of life, right? And we shall see where it goes. We shall see who decides to. The only thing I can see right now is the people who are not paying attention, the artists who are not paying attention is gonna get caught up in this. Other than that, are people who are aware still going to upload their music to Spotify? That is a question, and I want y'all to answer it below in the comments, okay? So to be fair, though, Spotify says it's all about improving personalization and discovery. In a statement to Billboard, they said, and you guys already know, right? I'm going to provide you the sources, right? Where they were talking to Spotify execs, right? So I'm gonna provide all of this to you guys, right? For some reason, it chops me up when I want to look at sources. So I just got to show you guys a brief of that, right? So they said on Billboard in a statement, AI tools are designed to enhance artist visibility and listener experience, not replace creativity. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. AI is a tool, not a replacement. And that is the verbiage that Spotify is trying to use to not get you to back up off of or be afraid of their platform now, right? So maybe that's true. Let's just go with the fact that that's true. But the problem is that this is control, and they can't deny that. Who decides where the line? Who decides where that line is between helping and replacing? Are you gonna let it be you, or is it gonna be the company? Are you gonna let it be you, the artist, or is it gonna be them, the company, right? So we have to decide this as a unit, guys. So if you're an artist, here's what this means. You upload your track, Spotify AI learns from it, then it might recommend an AI generated song that sounds a lot like you, but isn't you, right? So what you're doing is teaching your competition for free. There's no more work ethic. There's no more, I idolize this person and I wanted to be like them so bad I studied. There's no more of any of that. There's only, hey, make me sound like such and such, and then boom, they sound like you, right? So the AI doesn't need sleep, is what this is boiling down to. They don't need royalties or label deals. It just needs your upload button. I'm hoping that y'all can't hear that sound in the background. So we're going to push through it, okay? So, what can creators actually do about it? First, read the terms before upload. Did I not say this in the beginning? Read the terms and conditions, guys. I know it's a lot, but we want to get our eyes on what could help us and what can hurt us. And is it worth doing what can help us over what could hurt us? We have to decide and be able to distinguish, right? So you have to actually read them. Second, release strategically. Maybe keep demos or experimental work off stream for now, right? Because the more you decide to upload this stuff, the more it's going to put your voice or your creativity in rotation. People are going to love it, but they're going to love it for their own use. What this kind of reminds me of is when we as kids or young adults, when we were having events and as artists and we were going to perform locally, what happened was we were performing locally in front of artists. Guys, there was no audience or fan base being built because we were performing in front of other people who needed fan bases. So what this is telling me is that the more that we put our stuff on here and people decide they want to copy it, now it's just a bunch of people listening to each other trying to improve their own creativity. So fan bases are going to die down is what I'm foreseeing. Everybody is gonna become an artist. This is crazy. Anyways, third, push for transparency. Okay, labels, collectives, and creator unions are already raising question about data content. Okay, remember, the music industry's new currency isn't sound, guys. It's data. And right now, Spotify's got the biggest wallet when it comes to data. And if you, like I always say, if you have not watched the playlist on Netflix, they owe me a bag for this. If you have not watched the playlist on Netflix, go watch it. These guys started their company off solely off of data, all right, or data, however you prefer to say it. Okay, so what I can say is that this isn't just about Spotify. Okay, Apple Music, YouTube, and even TikTok are all testing AI data driven recommendation and generation systems. Guys, I'm sorry if you had to hear that noise in the background. I found a way to turn it off. All right. So everyone wants your music, not just to stream, but to study. Did I not just say this 0.5 seconds ago? Right? And as we've seen with tools like Suno and Udio, AI doesn't just imitate, it innovates. Okay? So the question is, when all of this starts transpiring from all of these different platforms, AI streaming, AI combined, or streaming platforms combining AI into all of that, anyways, who gets paid when inspiration becomes automation? Who? And I want to know y'all answer below in the comments. So, the balance, let me lay it out for you. AI can be incredible for music discovery, but without rules, it's like inviting a guest into your studio. And they talk about, and they walk out with your hard drive. Imagine that. I go in the studio sometimes and I almost forget my hard drive. But imagine you going in here and somebody just walks out with your hard drive. How would that make you feel as an artist? Right? Spotify has the power to make AI work for artists, not against them. And that's kind of what's happening here with them using that thin line of the copyright law, right? They just need to prove they're willing to share the profit. What it is, they're willing to share the profits, not just the data. All right. So that's what it boils down to. Of course, I'm going to share with you guys the cheat sheet, and just let me know what you guys think. Because at the end of the day, this, you watching me, it boils down to what you think and how you feel. What do you think about all of this, right? Is Spotify helping artists grow or helping AI replace them? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like if this opened your eyes and so more people can see it. And subscribe for more deep dives into where tech meets culture, okay? And hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is dropping. Just, for heads up, I try to drop them every day around 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern, okay? Stop scrolling, start understanding, and you guys already know I am going to see you at the next one, all right?